In this video, we're going to be talking about saber saws, or they're also known as jig saws, but technically a jig saw is mounted on a little table, and a saber saw is handheld, but we're going to call everything a jig saw here for now. Most people know that way. Now, jig saws are good for cutting lighter material, maybe like an inch thick at the max. And I have two of them here. One's a rigid and one's a Ryobi. And they basically take two different, depends upon what kind you get, they'll take two different types of blades. And the way they go in and out, the way you take a blade in or out, like on this one, you got to twist it so the slots line up, then you can take it out. And this is this blade's a T blade, and it says right on it. So you have to pay attention to, like when you go to Home Depot, you usually sell two different types of blades, so you have to pay attention to what type of blade your saw takes in order so you don't get the wrong one, because if you get the wrong one, it's not going to work. So let's see what this Ryobi one takes. This one also takes a T. So you're lucky there, but there's some, depending upon the make, it would be a lot easier if everybody made the same type of blade, but that's not the way it works. Alright, so I took the blade out, now I'm going to put the blade back in. Make sure it's lined up with these rollers. You put it back in the slot, push it all the way in, and let it lock into place like that. Now this plate, is important because when you cut, you want to make sure the piece of wood you're cutting is laid flat on this plate. On this one you can adjust the angle of the blade depending upon what type of material you're using. You can adjust that. This one, I believe, allows you to adjust the angle of the plate. Good. So that's straight like that. Now that I got it straightened out. Now most of these have variable speeds. Let me plug this one in. So if I want, depending upon the material I want, still have the finger pressed all the way, but I can adjust the speed of the blade from like that. This Ryobi one, I could adjust the angle too as well of the blade. And I can adjust the plate too, depending upon what angle I want to get. This is strictly by hand. This one is a little heavy duty, so it actually locks it in the position you want. This also, one of the good things about this saw is you can cut curves with it too. You just don't have to cut a straight line. But you could really only do about 1 inch thick material here. So let's cut a piece. Get my goggles for safety. See, so I'm going to cut a little curved piece. Alright, so what's unique about this saw, it allows you to cut a curve, not just a straight line. The skill saw, you only cut a straight line. And that's it for jig saws.